Welcome to Lively Garden, where we encourage you to grow your own food the organic way. Today, we are finally doing the fertilizer video, which I promised you, and I've been seeing lots of your comments asking when we will do this video. And today, we're going to do two fertilizers. We're going to do a nitrogen fertilizer, and you're also going to do a concentrated potassium extract. So, keep it here to see how we do that. And we'll start with a nitrogen fertilizer. And the plant we're going to be using today is called Tithonia or the Mexican sunflower. And before you go like, Vivian, we don't know what that is. Let me say that you can use any plant that requires a lot of nitrogen to grow. For example, things like kales, like spinach, like stinging nettle, like amaranth, like black nightshade. You can use all of them because any plant that requires nitrogen to grow, it means it has a lot of nitrogen on its stems and also on its leaf. You can also use weeds. Weeds also usually have a lot of nitrogen. You can also use a grass clippings. I'm using Tithonia because it's a plant most of us have, especially here in Africa, and it grows along the road on the roadside. One, this plant is very high in micronutrients. It has a lot of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It also has trace minerals. So it is very deep rooted, and the deep roots helps it to get a lot of nutrients from the soil, and those nutrients are usually absorbed, or you find those nutrients in the leaves and in the stems. That's why we're going to be using the leaves of the Tithonia. So one of the reasons, or one thing that makes Titania very special is that it breaks down very fast and the minerals become available for the plant faster than any other organic material. So we begin by gathering our Tithonia plants, and when you're harvesting it, you harvest the fresh or the new shoots. Don't go for the very old stems and very old leaves. So I harvested mine somewhere down by the river because I don't have any in my compound. And then after you get your Tidonia leaves ready, or whatever leaves you're using, by the way, I don't want to assume you're only using Tithonia. You could be using your stinging nettle, you could be using your grass clippings. So because I got mine by the roadside, the first thing I love to do is to wash just to make sure you get rid of all the dust. After you wash, you want to cut down into small pieces so that it can decompose or so that it can break down fast. After you cut the pieces, you put them in a bucket or in a container. And then after that, you're going to put water. I don't want to confuse you with ratios because I also don't use them. So you're going to put water just enough to almost cover the leaves in your bucket. Then after that, I love to go with a bit of molasses because molasses helps to feed the microbial life, and that makes your fertilizer even richer. Another thing why I love to use molasses is that it helps the fertilizer not to stink. I actually saw a few comments asking me if my fertilizers do stink. They don't. Actually, when you open it, it usually smells like kombucha. It smells like something you can actually take a cup and drink. It smells so nice because I add molasses. So you can buy molasses from any agrovet. Can't remember the rate. I don't know how much it costs, but it's affordable. It's affordable. It's nothing crazy. So make sure you buy molasses, add a bit of it. You'll get it will not be stinking, and it will also help to feed the microbial life. And then after we add our molasses, we are then going to stir up and then we cover it. So you can cover tightly, but make sure you open it after every 3 days. You stir it and then you cover it again. For any the compost teas and everything, they are usually ready anywhere between 10 to 14 days. So don't use it too soon, but also don't let it stay for so long. So for the second video, we're going to make a concentrated potassium extract, and for that you're going to be using comfrey leaves. Now for the concentrated one, we are not going to be adding water, so follow the process. So we cut down a few comfrey leaves in small pieces. So comfrey leaves already contain a lot of moisture, and during fermentation, they will release their own liquid, creating a highly concentrated fertilizer liquid. So cut down your comfrey. Comfrey is known to be very rich in potassium. The very notable nutrient in comfrey is potassium. This one, we usually use it for flowering and fruiting plants because of its high potassium nutrient. My container is quite small, but my leaves are not many, so this is fine. Remember, for this fertilizer, we are not going to add water. That's why we call it concentrated. Since our comfrey is not much, we're just going to add maybe about, is this 1 tablespoon of molasses. I love to eyeball things, but you can always get the correct measurement. And then we mix this up. So mix everything together and press down the leaves firmly. So I'm mixing as I press down the leaves. So every bit of it is covered in molasses. I'm going to cover it loosely so that the gases produced during fermentation can escape. And you're going to put this in a shaded area. So over the next 2 to 4 weeks, the leaves will continue to break down and release their liquid. And after 4 weeks, we will come and we're going to strain the liquid, and then that is what we are going to use, but we must dilute it. So we are going to do 1 part of the liquid concentrate to 20 parts of water. It's highly concentrated and it has a lot of potassium. It is best to use it on flowering and fruiting plants and vegetables. So you can use it on your tomatoes, on your peppers, on your fruit trees, on your eggplants, all that. So you apply that, and you can also do a soil drench. A soil drench is where you pour it on the soil around the plant. And you can also do a foliar application. And a foliar application is where you, after diluting, you apply it on the leaves, the foliage, the foliar. Yeah, that's the foliar application. And same as our tithonia, our nitrogen fertilizer, you can also do a soil drench, and you can also do, I hope you have learned a thing or two on how to make your own liquid fertilizer and even how to make your own concentrated extract. It can be potassium, phosphorus. And if you want me to come with more videos, please do let me know in the comment section, because you can also do pesticides, which you can, organic pesticides, which you can use in your garden. So if that's something that you want to see, let me know in the comments. Also, I'd love to know where you're watching us from. So please, as you leave a comment, let me know where you're watching this video from. So thank you so much and see you on the next one.